I mean, really kind of let go of a lot of the stress that's involved in paying the rent and surviving, and focus on product. It's a bit of a catch-22. You can't really raise funding these days, at least in software and in the space that I play in, without a product, without something to show. But at the same time, it's really hard to focus and develop product and really pay attention to your customers and build the thing that people need if you're constantly worrying about how you're going to eat dinner that night. So that's probably one of the main things that really helped early on with sort of friends and family and first round of seed funding. Now with our newest round, I mean we're in a growth stage, and we're needing to hire talent. We're needing to expand our infrastructure, and that's really expensive. So having that money in the bank really helps us to take those next steps.
Shelly, what did your AWE loan let you do?
Well, in the manufacturing business, what we required was a very large upfront component inventory, upwards of about $150,000. And I did have, tapped into my own sources of funds, savings, et cetera. But without the funds that I was able to get my hands on with AWE, it simply would not have happened. It would have taken me years to be able to save up enough cash to start off with that. And component inventory that we're dealing with, we have to buy large volume in order to get the cost savings and in order to make a profit. So that is what the funds were used for, and it just simply would not have happened without the assistance.
Stanley, why did you need to seek funding through your long history of entrepreneurship?
Well, I think that basically if you're trying to operate any sort of a modern business, if you don't have the cash resources to essentially operate but also move forward, you just simply can't function. And I've always believed that a business that stands still essentially goes backwards. So I think it's really important to have those kinds of resources in place to be able to make those decisions. I think one thing that I've, for example, made in the past is the kind of mistakes I made and that is that I would try to move forward without proper capitalization in place, and that ends up being really destructive. If you're trying to chase the dollar after already trying to do the growth process, it becomes very difficult. And you also, as a company, you almost shift focus, where, as opposed to trying to operate on a day-to-day basis, you become preoccupied with chasing the dollar rather than trying to actually run a good, functional organization.